arms out to the side and knees and feet stay together just as you kind of rock side to side, stretching through your back. How does it feel to be back to work? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is tough. Yeah, it's hard. You'll get a little adjust, but it's probably gonna be a little rough to start. And then you are going to just kind of roll up and then roll back down. So the goal is to kind of work through all the curves in your back. And you're working full time? Yeah. No, that's good. And then I'm gonna have you go on to your stomach and you're gonna press up into whatever back extension feels good to you. Yep. And oh, oh, that's good. That's great. Go ahead, stretch back the child's pose. How does the dancing feel? Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. Okay, so let's start. Let me grab my list. Let's start on your back. So we're gonna go through like a 4 or 5 exercise series, all of it meant to really engage your abs. So let me know if it starts really getting your neck or anything like that. So you're gonna bring your legs up. You're gonna lift your shoulders off the ground. You're gonna grab under one knee and you're gonna stretch. So you're getting a little bit of a hamstring stretch, but the idea is also to feel like your abs are starting to warm up a little bit. No strain in the neck. Yeah, and you can go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're gonna put your feet down, arms at your side, and then lift your hips. And so this one for the low back, and you're gonna go into the marching. So your goal is keeping your hips level and not shifting too much. And if that feels too easy, you can always bring your arms up and do it, and that makes it a little harder. Good. And you're gonna do 4 more total. And then you're gonna bring your knees up to tabletop position, arms come up, and you're just gonna do the legs down and up, feeling that ab engagement. And so trying not to shift it all to the pelvis and just kind of keeping your abs tight the whole time. Yeah, so even with this, it should feel challenging if you're not releasing the abs. Good, and we'll go 1 more on each side. And then from here, you're just gonna pull your knees into your chest, a little bit of a break. And then we're gonna run through those 1 more time, but we're gonna reverse the order. So you're gonna come right back up and same thing, second set, holding those abs nice and engaged. Good, yeah, that looks good. Looks really strong. And you'll do 1 more each side there. And then we'll go back into the bridge march. Yep, good. And you'll do 4 more there. And then we'll do this one more time. This time you're gonna grab above the knees so that you're coming up a little bit higher with your shoulders. Good. And you're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'm gonna have you come onto your stomach and just press up to give your abs a little stretch. How did that feel for you? Okay, good. And then go ahead, stretch back to child's pose, and then we'll go into the next series in a second. All right, so from here then, I'm gonna have you go into a knee and hand plank. So your goal is to not shift too much. You're gonna lift your arm out, bring it around, come back and down. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. So the goal is nice and stable. Yep. Exactly. And just that little shifting of the arm should feel like your abs have to work just a little bit harder, but it should be manageable. And then we'll just do one more on the other side, and then you'll hold the hand and knee plank a second. Yep, so just hold there. And then I want you to do like a 5 count lower all the way down. So just as slow as you can go all the way to the ground. Yep, and you'll come all the way down. Yeah, like that. That's fine. That's as long as you're comfortable with kind of falling at the end, that's how you get stronger with it. So now I want you to come back up, however is comfortable. And you're gonna do that same thing again. So as long as you're okay with kind of falling, just go as low as you can for as long as you can, and then kind of collapse. Yep. Good, and we'll do just one more like that. That was good. Yeah, not bad. All right, so then I'm gonna have you come into a side plank, and you're gonna come up to your knees with your arm and leg lifted overhead, and if that feels comfortable, we'll add some movement. So go with forearms with your left arm. Yeah. So you should feel your left hip working a little bit, and then you're gonna come in and out. So your obliques are working, but this is a little bit more for the hip stability. Yeah. Good. We'll go 4 more. 2, and we'll get 1 more in. And then you're gonna flip over. So you're gonna keep working your right leg, and you're gonna go forearms, and you're gonna do just a glute press. So sticking with the right side and try not to like rock your pelvis at all, just kind of press and release. Yep, good. Does that feel okay in your low back? Oh, you're getting like a toe cramp? Try not to let your back arch as you're pressing up. So hold it nice and still so it's just glutes. Yep. You're gonna go for 4 more there. And then I will have you flip to the other side. So again, you'll come up once you're feeling in a good position, in and out. And make sure you're putting a decent amount of weight into your knees so that your shoulder doesn't strain. Yep, that looks good. How do these feel to you? Okay. Okay. They look really good. That's why I wasn't sure if they were challenging enough. You're gonna go 1 more, and then you'll do the left leg with the glute press again. The left side, and same thing. Try to hold your pelvis nice and stable. So every time you press up, your back arches a little bit. Draw your abs in slightly, and maybe don't press up quite as high. Better, yeah. Good. And you're gonna go for 4 to 5 more there. All right, and then I'm gonna have you sit, and we're gonna start with just a back stretch. You're gonna try to round your spine, tuck your chin. Yeah. And then you're gonna come up with just a little bit of a bend in your knees, hands go on your shoulders. And you're gonna exhale and rotate as far as you can. So you'll stop after you let all the air out, and then you'll inhale to the center. And then same thing other side. Exhale, let all the air out, kind of like you're wringing a dish rag in your waist, and we'll keep alternating. Yep. Good. And keeping your spine lengthened, which is great. Good. And we'll go one more to the other side. And then you're going to use your hands to support you a little bit, but you definitely want to feel your abs working. And just a slight bend in your knee. You're going to exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So it's a little bit like lower abs with this one. Yep. Good. And as you're lifting, same thing, like don't let your pelvis rock at all, keep it all in the abs. Good. Yeah, that looks great. And you're gonna go 2 more on each side. Good, and then I'm gonna have you come on to your side. And bottom leg is just slightly bent. Top leg is gonna kick forward, and you don't want to feel like your hips are rocking at all. You're gonna pause and then just come back. So it's exhale, kick, feel the abs engage, pause, and then inhale, come back. So it should be very much like the top part of your abs working. We'll go 2 more. And 1 more. Good, and then you're gonna bring that leg on top of the other leg. So now you're gonna keep your knees together and kind of just lift that foot and then press back for a glute contraction and then tap the knee and then press back, tap the knee. Good. And we'll go 4 more. Are you feeling this one? Okay. 3 and 2 and 1. And then before we do the other side, I'm going to have you come onto your stomach, arms at your side. Your head's going to keep looking down, but you're just going to lift the chest, lower, lift, lower. So for your low back, try not to like squeeze your glutes or move your legs too much. Yeah. Let's go 2 more there. Good, and then you're gonna come to the other side. Again, bottom leg is just kind of bent, hips stay stacked, exhale, inhale. Good, yep. So try to really keep the bottom leg super glued to the ground. And then as soon as that leg comes forward, kind of contract your abs so that you don't tip forward or backwards at all. And then maybe go a little slower and you might feel it more. But it should just kind of feel like a bracing to keep yourself stable. If you really don't feel it, you can lift the bottom leg and do the same thing, but that makes it quite a bit harder. Or you can take your left hand off the ground and like put it on your hip, and that'll make it a little harder too. I feel like I can see the abs working, yeah. Don't let your pelvis rock at all. So I think with a lot of the ab stuff that I've seen today, your pelvis kind of moves, which takes away from the ab work. But if you can hold it stable, your abs have to work a little harder. Let's just go 2 more there. Yeah. And then same thing with the knees together and then press and squeeze the glutes. Good. And almost think like you're pressing through the heel, pressing something heavy behind you. Yep. Good. And you'll go 3 more there. Good, and then you're gonna go back for a second set of this one. And you'll get 3 more there. Good, and then you're gonna from here go onto your forearms and come up to a knee plank. And then from here, trying to keep as stable as possible. You're just gonna reach, tap, and then come back. Reach, tap, and then come back. So it should feel challenging to not shift. Yep, and I would say slow it down if you can. So that on the way back, it feels like super controlled. Yeah, looks good. We'll go 1 more each side. And then from there, you're gonna flip onto your back. And we're gonna go into that like frog-like one. So you're gonna bring your knees towards your shoulders, feet together, press your feet together as you straighten. And then inhale, bring it back down, press. You're getting inner thigh. Yep. And so you should feel your abs tighten as your legs go up. Yep, and if you can even bring your feet together more so that when you go up, they like press into each other, you'll feel it more in the inner thigh too. And then the more you can bring your knees out towards your shoulders, that you'll feel more too. So there's little adjustments. Good, yep. Go 2 more there. And then you're gonna go feet bent into a bridge position. And you're gonna take one leg up and you're gonna kind of keep it bent. Actually, I'll show you on the side. And you're gonna hold the bridge while you lower that heel down, bring it back up. Lower, tap it down, bring it back up. So with this one, you're feeling like your left side glutes, you'll feel your low back a little bit. Good. And you're gonna go 3 more. And then you can drop your hips down, just a short break before we do the other side, but whenever you're ready, you can come back up and do the same thing on the other leg. Good. And then you're gonna get 1 more there. And then I'm gonna have you sit again. And so we did this one with the legs before. We're gonna add the arms. So you're still engaging your abs. You're just gonna lift and then come back up. So bring your arms just to about shoulder height and then back down. So when you're in this position, that's when you should feel like the max, like bracing in your abs in this position, and then you let them release and then brace. Yep. Good. Nice. You're gonna go 4 more there. Good, and then from here, just a slight bend in your knees again, your arms go out to the side this time, and you're gonna exhale, pulse, pulse, and then back to the center. Exhale, pulse, pulse, back to the center. Yep. And so with that, as you're rotating, try to keep like both of your sit bones equally planted so that you really get that rotation in there. Good. And we'll go for 3 and 2 and 1. And then you're going to just stretch over again. How are you doing with like ab fatigue? Feeling okay still? Okay. All right. Yeah, I thought you'd love doing the abs today. So we're gonna go all fours. And from here, you're gonna do opposite arm and leg. You're gonna go out. And then you're gonna do like a little shift out to the side, come back to the center, and then you're gonna round your spine as you bring elbow to knee. And then again, you'll go back out, little shift to the side, and then again, round it in. Exactly. Good. And even as you're out and doing that shift, just be mindful that your lower back doesn't arch. So keep those abs engaged. Good. We'll get one more there. And then quick stretch back to child's pose, and then we'll switch to the other side. All right, same thing. So extend out, don't let your pelvis rock at all. And then slight shift. Oh, good. Yep, and the more centered you can keep your body, the more your abs should have to work. Good, we'll go two more there. And then again, you can stretch back to child's pose, little break for your wrists. And then I'm gonna have you come onto your back, and you're gonna go into a glute bridge. And this time you're gonna do kind of like a little bit of a pulse. You're gonna squeeze, squeeze all the way down, squeeze, squeeze all the way down. So it's like a double glute contraction. Yep. Good. And you're just gonna do two more. And then we're gonna build off of that. You're gonna go to one side, hips stay stacked, so don't let your pelvis rock at all. And you're gonna go knee, toe to ankle, knee, toe to ankle. Yeah. And so when you're bringing that knee down, don't let your hips go forward. So keep them nice and stacked, and it'll get more rotation in the hip. Yeah. And then you're gonna keep your ankles together and just a little bit of a clamshell, but same idea. Try not to move your pelvis. Keep the bottom like super anchored to the ground, and you should feel it more that way. And so every time your right knee lifts up, press that left one into the ground. Good. And you're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then second set here. So same thing with the pulse, but this time you're going to separate your feet a little bit wider with toes out, but same thing. Pulse, pulse, down, squeeze, squeeze, down, making sure as you're squeezing, you're pressing through the heel. Yep. Good. We'll go two more. And then let's flip to the other side. The same thing, we'll start with knee and then to ankle. Focus on rotating through the hip. Yeah. So focus on keeping that right hip super glued to the ground so it doesn't rock at all, and it'll make this leg work harder. Yeah. Better. And then again, clamshell from here. So as that left leg is lifting, press the right one into the ground. And you should feel it pretty good in here. Do you feel that? And you're gonna get 5 more there. And then last move, you're gonna come onto your back, knees above your hips, your arms are gonna be at your side, you're gonna come up so that your shoulders are off the ground, and you're gonna go out and in with your arms, everything else stays super still. So you're really trying to squeeze your abs, flatten your abs as you're doing this. Yeah. Good. Nice. And you're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead, bring your knees into your chest. And then you're gonna straighten your legs, arms out to the side. You're gonna keep your legs straight as you cross it over and just hold, stretching through your back. And then same thing on the other side. And then lastly, knees and feet together. And you're just gonna rock side to side a little bit, final stretch. How do you feel? I know, yeah. See how you feel. Everything looked really good. As long as you felt like you were able to engage, which it looks like, that's a really good thing. Yeah, because this was not a beginner series. It was, fairly challenging, and it looks good. But it was good to see you, and I'm glad you're still getting in workouts when you can, and it'll all settle out eventually a little bit more, but you're still making progress, so that's good. No, not usually. Only this last Friday and this Friday. Those were the only 2 summers only 2 Fridays that I've been off this summer. And September, it should all be open for Fridays. Fridays are my busiest days though. Like they're always completely full. So maybe that's what happens. So if you need Fridays, I would like look ahead and book it because they fill up really fast. I think more people just have flexibility on Fridays. Yeah, no, I haven't been off, but they've been full. But yeah, look ahead into September and maybe schedule something then. Okay, I will see you later. Bye.